In this part 6 of thermodynamics, we will discuss about the topics enthalpy, enthalpy the new term, enthalpy, its mathematical expression and its property, then relation of heat energy with internal energy, relation of heat energy with enthalpy, heat capacity, CP/Cv and its relation. Let's start with enthalpy. Now enthalpy means what? Enthalpy is nothing but it is the summation of internal energy of system. Any system, all system having the internal energy, summation with the pressure and the volume of the system actually. So ultimately the mathematical expression, so this will be the mathematical expression of enthalpy. H, enthalpy represented by H equal to E plus PV. So E plus PV is the mathematical expression of enthalpy. Now few properties of enthalpy. Now we have to remember that enthalpy and internal energy property more or less same. The properties like that, as in case of internal energy, the properties I have told, internal energy was state function, it is also state function. Second, internal energy was extensive property, it is also extensive property. পরিমাণগত ধর্ম. So in case of if this question is asked, give some thermodynamic properties which is extensive in nature, so yeah, you can include the enthalpy also, internal energy also. So enthalpy is in the extensive property, পরিমাণগত. Now the third one, at constant temperature and pressure delta H equal to, that means change of enthalpy is equal to the amount of heat energy change, that is Q. We will elaborate here this point later on. Now fourth one, already in case of internal energy also it was the perfect differential or exact differential, it is also exact, it is also exact differential. So these are the points we have to remember that. Now the very important one, this is the very important one, in case of chemical reaction, enthalpy change is calculated by enthalpy change, that means delta H equal to enthalpy of product minus enthalpy of reactant. So obviously this is the enthalpy change for any chemical reaction. Now it is very important reaction, so depending on that we can explain whether the reaction can absorb the energy or release the energy. Now first of all, in first case, if H product is greater than H reactant, that means this part is more than this, obviously delta H will be the positive one, delta H will be the positive one. So whenever it is the positive, so obviously more energy is required, so it will be endothermic process. So it's very important, we have to remember that. So whenever delta H value is positive, the change is endothermic in nature. That means heat is absorbed or energy is absorbed by that chemical equation or by the chemical reaction. By that chemical reaction where the energy is absorbed, so that's why it is endothermic process, and endothermic process is denoted by delta H equal to positive. It's very important. So whenever any example can be given, one equation can be given, and delta H is equal to given, some value is given along with the positive sign. So whenever positive sign is there, that means it denotes that it is endothermic in nature. That means energy is given, then the reaction is happened, otherwise not. So it is endothermic in nature. এটা বাংলায় যদি বলি, এটা হচ্ছে তাপগ্রাহী পরিবর্তন। ডেল্টা এইচ পজিটিভ মানেই হচ্ছে সেটা তাপগ্রাহী, অর্থাৎ সেটা তাপ শোষণ করে তবেই সেই পরিবর্তনটা হবে, নইলে হবে না। সো ডেল্টা এইচ পজিটিভ হওয়া মানেই হচ্ছে সেটা হচ্ছে তাপগ্রাহী। নাও ইফ সেকেন্ড কেস, if delta product H product less than H of reactant, so it is higher in that case. So in that case obviously mathematically it will be -1. So whenever it is negative, obviously excess amount of, that means this amount is basic, this amount is higher, so obviously excess amount of energy will be released out, heat energy will be released out, and we all know that whenever the reaction release out the reaction energy, it is known as exothermic process. তাপমোচী পরিবর্তন যদি বলি, তাপমোচী পরিবর্তনের ক্ষেত্রে মনে রাখতে হবে ডেল্টা এইচ ইজ নেগেটিভ। ইটস ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট, উই হ্যাভ টু রিমেম্বার দ্যাট, ইটস ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট. Later on in case of thermochemistry, whenever we will discuss the thermochemistry, in that class each and every question require this concept. So depending on that concept we have to proceed, otherwise it's very difficult to proceed. So I think up to this part we have discussed. Next, moving to the relation of Q, that means heat energy and internal energy, that is E. Let's see, you may write U also. In that previous video we have discussed E or U. Some book can use the U also, no problem. In case of E you can use U also. Now from first law of thermodynamics, what we can write? So this was the equation number 2. In earlier last video we have discussed, this is the equation number 2. Okay, so now this is the equation number 2. From this equation we can find out the relation between this and this, that means change of heat and the internal energy. Now at constant volume, that means volume means V. At constant volume, that is dV equal to 0. dV means change of volume will be 0 because it is a constant volume, so dV will be 0. So from equation 2 we get yes or not? So obviously Vp is a constant, that's why this is given V, so it will be 0. So therefore dq V equal to dEV. So in short form we can write dV equal to QV. So it's very important, we have to remember that, it's very important one. Let me consider it is the third equation. Now it is a relation between Q and E. Now relation between, let me elaborate, relation between Q and H. Now H we already know, E equal to E plus PV. Now whenever differentiation has been done, dE plus PdV plus VdP. This will be the differentiation form. Both side differentiation. Whenever both side is differentiation is done, that means this will be the happen. That now, if at constant P for constant pressure, so it will be dE plus PdV plus V into 0. P equal to constant here. In this step, P I have given here. So P is equal to constant. Therefore, dP equal to 0. That means pressure is constant here. So what will happen here? dHP equal to dE plus PdV. Hope that it's clear. Now this part is identical with equation number 2. That means we can write therefore dHP equal to dQP from equation 2. So in short form we can write dHP equal to Q of P. That means at constant pressure amount of heat absorbed, that is the enthalpy change. In case of I have told, in case of last page I have mentioned at constant temperature and pressure delta is equal to amount of heat energy change. So exactly that's I have proven. So it has been proved. So hope that's clear now. Now moving to the next part, heat capacity. Now moving to the next part, heat capacity. What is heat capacity? Heat capacity is nothing but the amount of heat. It may be the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of a system or matter by 1 degree by 1 unit. That means the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of any system or matter by 1 unit. So একটা matter के যদি উষ্ণতা টেম্পারেচার যদি 1 ইউনিট বাড়াতে হয়, যে পরিমাণ তাপ আমাকে দিতে হবে সেটাকেই তার হিট ক্যাপাসিটি বলে। নাও heat capacity can be represented as a molar heat capacity also. Molar heat capacity, whenever this is asked molar heat capacity, only one change will be there, the amount will be fixed. Here the amount will be amount of matter will be 1 mole, exactly 1 mole. So 1 mole matter should be taken here. Other part is same. That means to increase the amount of heat required to increase the temperature by 1 unit of 1 mole matter. So it is called molar heat capacity. So whatever, so it can be represented here. It can be represented by two way, that is Cp and Cv. Cp and Cv. What is the meaning of Cp and Cv? That means it is the Cp means heat capacity at constant pressure, and it means what? Heat capacity at constant volume. So whenever volume is constant, it is represented by Cv, and whenever heat is concerned, it is represented by Cp. Now actually heat capacity, in mathematical expression we can say this is the C1. It can be represented as dQ by dt. That means amount of heat is required to increase the temperature per degree centigrade or per degree Kelvin, per Kelvin also, that is per 1 unit. So this is the mathematical expression. So here we can write here dq by dt, and here dqv dt we may write down here. That means Cv equal to this one, Cp equal to, this is the mathematical expression. Now as I, in case of last page I have elaborated, that means say whenever Qp is there, Qp is say equation number 4. From equation number 4 we can write Cp equal to dhp dt in that case, because Qp equal to nothing but dhp, and Cv can be written as dev dt, because from equation number 3, from equation 4, and it is from equation 3. And the relation next, if we move to the relation between Cp and Cv, we have to remember, later on we will try to prove it. Cp minus Cv equal to R. R means gas constant, okay, ideal gas constant. R is the ideal gas constant. So up to this part we have finished it up.